Hello Libra, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Libra, this is going to be your December 2024 read. This will be for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus cross-watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Always discern the messages accordingly. Flip the roles as it applies, and don't force anything to fit. So Libra, let's see here. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, and comments, as well as the personal donations to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Those of you who are interested in booking personal reads, those are back open and available. And for, let's see, oh, and channel memberships. There we go. Channel memberships are also open. All right, guys, so we're just going to get straight to it. We're going to see what's going on here for you for the month of December. I know I took a hiatus from doing a lot of the other signs other than Scorpio. Then I had a back issue and needed to take some unexpected time off. I'm going to make a quick adjustment. We're a little lopsided there. I don't know. There we go. Now we're going to be too far. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. So long as the message gets to you, that's the most important thing. That's what we're rolling with. So Libra, with that, let's just jump right into your reading. Let's see what's going on here for December. Hope that you all are doing well and fantastic. Another change here back to where I started from. Needed some different structure. So, all right, Spirit, for the sign of Libra in December, what is, I'm hearing the word imperative. What is imperative then that they need to know? Strength and invitation. Spirit saying if there was ever a journey, this is it. So, I don't know what that's about. Let's see, Libra, what's happening. You know, the North Node and the South Node. So, Libra, we're getting ready to move out of that Aries North and Libra South Node in January. So, it may have been a hell of a ride for you all in the last, what is it, 16 to 18 months, I think it is. From July of last year until January of 2025. So, being in the South Node, any significant Libra placements. There comes that Strength card again. Transits, climate. I'm hearing how sweet this used to be. There's some type of nostalgia here, Libra, with something, and I'm going to be completely frank with you. I feel like something is coming to a bittersweet ending. Times have changed. People have changed. The need to be flexible, I feel like, has fallen short with something or someone. Maybe where it's almost like where someone started off very kind of, let's see what happens. A lot of things may have happened over the course of anything from the last 3 to 7 years, maybe 3 to 7 months, 3 to 7 weeks. I don't know. It's going to depend on your timeline. But this was a cycle that's coming to a close. This is Spirit, 2 people that have changed tremendously. Some for the better, some for the worse. This could be a marriage of some sorts coming to an end, a change in relationships, the dynamics in which you function under. I just heard where we once said please and thank you, it's now silence. This is potentially 2 people that were together at some point. I got the chills. Growing apart. Everybody grows in their own way, right? So let's see, Libra. What's going on for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. If I didn't already say that. Passion. Another 7. So you get 2 7s here, Libra, right off the bat. See, the passion and the think card here. Spirit saying in the beginning there were too many parties involved. Maybe it started off in a passionate sense. Maybe there was a lot of that fire energy attached to something. 12th house with Pluto moving into Aquarius, this space of introspection. How do we align? And how do we change? 444 on the clock. This introspection also a 50, so a 5, significance around that 0, the infinite loop. of the things that you've been through, what has come and gone, what has gone around is coming back around further to that. Sevens can be confusion, defensive energies. It makes me go Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands instantly. Defending what we once believed in. You know, with Pluto and Aquarius, our beliefs are changing, our traditions are changing, the way we once viewed relationships are changing. Somebody could be drinking, talking about a fifth, so whether it's like a fifth of whiskey or vodka or whatever it might be, somebody may have a drinking issue that has affected their ability to think things through thoroughly. It's like masking an illusion, masking maybe the things that need to be said in a relationship, not addressing what we see, not speaking on what we know. Figs, that's funny, that came up in a reading I did today. Figs could be important. I don't eat figs. I forget what the spiritual connotation to figs are or is. If I could speak plain English. All right, what else for Libra in the month of December, Spirit? Moon, perception. I said the vision, way we've seen things have changed. The moon and Neptune, so that's all triple the illusion, I'm going to call it, is what Spirit is saying. There's a whole lot of illusion around something. Things that I think... Here's the thing. I don't know initially, whenever this is pretty specific, when this particular cycle started, I don't necessarily believe that anybody had ill intent. We'll call it that. Maybe it started off right, and yet, you know, you ever see those types of relationships where things start off like, oh, I like you, you like me, everything is good, and then someone wants to play the hero. They see where they think that they can save somebody. Spirit saying some people are worth saving, some are not. That's tough. Other people, Spirit, may be down on their luck, but they don't need saving. What was that? Was that J. Cole? She don't need saved or something? I can't remember who. I can't remember now. But there's been some sort of truth in the middle of everything that has kind of gotten lost in the mix. Maybe it was an unspoken truth. The perception of who somebody thought somebody was is not the same. Maybe when you met a person, they were down on their luck. Maybe they fed you a sob story. Maybe they were going through it. Maybe they legitimately did need help at some point, or what you believe to be help. But the illusion here is like starting to crack. The reality of a situation is starting to kind of unfold. With this 19 breaking down to a 10, where one thing ends, another begins. And it's like, the way Spirit is showing it to me is like they're obviously 0 and 1 a butt, right? Like they're next to each other. But the weird thing about it is, it's like for maybe you Libra or you cross watcher, those two things seem to happen so quickly. It was almost like they were intertwined, or they are intertwined. You know, it's like whether they were, as you've seen it, if this has already happened, if you're watching this happen now and you're not able to understand what is happening, or if this is on the verge of happening, and Spirit saying you will feel tension right before it does happen. So it's like, it isn't like, okay, we shut the door on this part and then the next door opens. It's simultaneously happening. I don't know how straight. It's like the energy is overlapping and kind of twisted up, like, you know, like a candy cane twirls, right? Like it's the same kind of thing. It's all intertwined somehow. So in that, there could be moments of clarity, then moments of confusion. I feel like somebody is looking at somebody going, This isn't quite the person that I thought they were. Or they don't fit into the story that I told myself about who this person is. 10-0-0-1 or 1001 on the clock. But the illusion, nonetheless, is being broken. The foundation of a situation could have been built upon some, like, again, the initial beginnings, not in malice. But something happened, whether this is a trauma bond, this is someone who could have been manipulating on purpose, who twisted it to their benefit somehow. It's going to depend on how you perceive it. Here's a couple of different stories I'm getting. So somebody saw somebody as weak and thought they could go in and save them. Another part of this is for some others of you, this is somebody who's seen a caring, loving, giving person and played you like a fiddle. And said, ooh, if I play my sad story, I've got this person wrapped around my pinky. Interesting. All right, what else for Libra? I almost said in the month of October. October could have been a, Spirit's calling it a conundrum. It doesn't feel like a blow up of any sort necessarily, but some Spirit harsh words could have been exchanged about something at that point. Saturn, the structure coming out, and then Mercury. I just said something was said. Community. Oh shit. Libra, what do we have going on here? Okay, so some of this, I feel like there's communication going on, whether, Libra, this is with you and someone you're close to, or cross-watcher, someone you're close to, or the other person, whatever side this is happening on. If it's not happening on yours, you know it's happening on theirs, and vice versa. There is, I'm trying to find the way to explain what I'm seeing here. So with Sagittarius season, as we know, we just walked into that here just, a week or so ago. Moving, again, there's that 12th house card. Pluto and Aquarius, right? Happening, introspection. Mars getting ready to go retrograde until January or February, I forget which. Mercury already in retrograde. 4th house, our home, our foundations, our security. The introspection card, which is that of retrograde. And then the 11th house, which is our community. This community, this is, I don't know that I could forthright say for the majority of you that somebody has called somebody out, but not to their face. So let's say, Libra, that you have a friend who has pointed out something, we could call it a red flag, connected to a person you've been seeing. And there's some sort of questioning or insight to a behavior, or I don't know, somebody has become aware of something. I really don't know how else to explain that. And it's creating doubt within a connection. Somebody has said something that has made the wheels spin for either you or cross-watcher, which you're having to look at. This could be to someone trying to keep up with the Joneses, if you will. This is also, could be somebody who, again, started off on a positive note but took a very dark turn. And realizing that it wasn't for the sake of everybody, it was for the sake of their self. So you could be dealing with a very selfish individual. And that could feel alarming. At the same time, it's like kind of like, again, like the perception aspect, the vision of it is this person who I thought they were? Are they the way I perceived them to be? Good or bad? It's all going to depend on how you take it and where that sits with you. So there's this passion, I keep seeing it, is that like somebody, you, again, whomever, in the situation, creating rainbows and butterflies, right? When we get into a new relationship, I don't know that this is a relationship reading, so place it where it fits. Take the dynamic, you know where it fits. But I do think in regards to partnerships, this has a lot to do with it. But it's like somebody created this person as who they wanted to be. So you, of course, you meet somebody new, you go out on a date, you present your best self, you show up with your teeth brushed and your hair fixed and your makeup on, and you've got total self-control, and you look like you just rolled out of the salon or the spa. We don't get necessarily great dates, again, if we don't show up shiny and pretty, right? We don't show up as our best self, this masked self, because we want to be accepted and well thought of and whatnot. So you took that initial blank canvas of this person, painting a picture of who you wanted them to be. Likely repeating some kind of mother wound. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, them, they, masculine, feminine, we all have it within us. This is kind of looping back around to a mother wound, and it feels very, very, very messy to me, the way this is showing up. So if you had a mother who didn't show up appropriately the way that you needed mother to be, 8-8, now the parts that have been unhealed are showing up in that person, right? They've either you yourself are starting to heal that wound and seeing that, or it's scratching you in all the wrong abrasive ways, and it's making you really uncomfortable and feeling like you need to leave, Spirit is saying. Big deal. Big deal, Libra. That's heavy. But I feel like there is an outside opinion, thank you, Spirit, of a particular situation. Like, I really do feel like in my gut that there were falsified truths, whether this came from that person or it was a falsified truth of what you were telling yourself as to who this person was. And that's, again, big problem here, Libra, when it comes to this, because it's not a healthy kind of love. There you go, Page of Cups, or Knight of Cups, I'm sorry. Showing up as our best selves, right? Poised, I said poised and put together and shiny and new. There's a lot of drama attached to family issues here. A lot of drama that seems to supersede happiness. Like, how can you be happy and then want to fight all the time? That's a problem. Who wants to deal with angry, aggressive people? And how can you do that and be happy? As they say that there's the Two of Swords. Questioning, how do those two things go together? Is it happiness or is it misery? It's one or the other. All right, let's clarify this passion and this think here. I feel like with these retrogrades, there comes the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. 8 of Swords. There you go. This is kind of like, what did I get myself into? Libra, I don't even really know what to say to this. I'm going to do a little more clarifying before I speak too much. So, slow moving. Maybe there was some apprehension, like, do I get into this? Libra, there you are, the Justice card. This person, mother wound, 5 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Swords. It could have started off hot and heavy, right? Like, ooh, I'm sucked into this. They make me feel comfortable. They make me feel good. They're mature. They show up correctly. They're nurturing. They make house feel like home. Maybe you were going to their house and they're making dinner or whatnot, or maybe they're giving you extra care and attention, Libra. Maybe this is you doing these things. You've made that safe space for this person. But this Lover's coming out in the sideways position over top of this Pallas Athena thing. It's really got you thinking about your choices, Spirit is saying. Is this the person for me? Is this person who I thought they were? Because I'm seeing certain things here that don't quite add up anymore. The thing with the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, he's like the slowest moving knight in the deck. But when I'm looking at him, it gives, like, I can see, the way I intuit, I can see my cards move. Okay? I can see the pictures move. This Knight of Pentacles is digging his heels into the stirrups on this horse and going, stop. We're not even slowly tortoise moving. We're just stopping. So the passion here, the passion for whatever was igniting, call it the honeymoon phase if this is a relationship, just kind of hits the brakes. Something happened to stop that passion and it hits the brakes. This again, so nightclub coming out with this. So I read these particular places as an emotion, right? It was fun. It was exciting. It was something new, right? It's going out. Have you ever been out clubbing one night or out to the bar and having a party, whatever it might be? I don't know. Going out dancing, maybe hula hoop. I don't know what the hell a hula hoop has to do with anything, but thank you, Spirit, for the example. It was a good time. It made you feel alive. It made you feel refreshed, renewed, safe, comfortable to express yourself. You think about it, you got dancing, you're just free. You felt free. But now all of a sudden there's this review. For somebody, this could be needing to expand. Or did it just become robotic? Did the relationship, did the situation, did the dynamic between you and somebody become robotic? Like we're just moving through the motions. We just produce. We go to work and we produce. We come home and we produce what a relationship is supposed to look like. We're we're keeping up appearances. Are we just making it look good? Is this for solely tangible reasons as well? All right, a lot of Taurus energy that I'm picking up on. Clarify the letters. I told you this. It's weird. It's like you're competing with somebody. Could have gotten a new vehicle. Is getting a new vehicle. Is traveling. Living room and arena. Somebody here competing for attention, affection. It's strategizing, it's planning how to make their next move. What's the game strategy, right, coach? Like, what are we doing? There's a departure getting ready to, I really say really getting ready to take place. Now, maybe this is a short departure. Maybe this is a longer departure. But it's like, who can do it better? Who can fight the good fight the longest? Who can one up the other one? Has your relationship become competitive? Do you seek sanctuary away from the person that you're with? Do you need constant rest and reprieve? Are they sucking your energy dry? Do you need to leave to go? Like, this also kind of gives me the impression of somebody needing to leave home to get peace. Is home without peace? Because it feels like there's a lot of, it feels like you know, passive aggressive right now with Mars and Mercury could very well be a thing. More than likely is. But at the same time, this is also, like, I don't feel like anybody is, like, out loud screaming. Like, I don't feel like it's a knockdown, drag out. Could be. For the majority, I would say not. But there's that air of tension in the room. In a space that should be very comfortable, it's tense. And in order to escape that, it's like somebody has to leave, whether it's the room, whether it's the home, whether it's a job, a place, whatever. Like, somebody is getting up and leaving. Libra, I just, every card that comes out with this clarification is like another twist and turn. And the relationship itself could feel very twist and turn. What direction are we going today? But it feels like the connection that exists now is simply based on the past. Building into something you can't yet leave behind. There's an emotional, it's weird, there's an emotional attachment to it, yet it's been put on a shelf. This is like a marriage that's 20 years old and nobody really communicates. Nobody really loves. Everybody just kind of shows up in the same space, doing the same old thing and a whole other day, right? Same shit, different day, right? That's how this feels to me. Now, I will also say, for some of you, not all of you, so either this fits or it doesn't, this person could come up missing, MIA, in the sense that they're out with others. They're finding their reprieve in others. So whether this is friends, family, another lover, choice between lovers, unfortunately, could be for somebody out there. But this is a lot of tension and a lot of stress tied to this. Let's see. What is this moon about, Spirit? This is, Libra, your videos usually don't get super long, and this is already kicking here. The moon. Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Very much resource bound. Oh boy. I feel, I'm going to just say this, Libra, somebody bit off more than they could chew. The traditional aspects, whoever's got this mindset, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, of this is the only way, Taurus, again, popping up. It's backbreaking work. You have to put in work that doesn't flow. It doesn't feel like it's organically happening anymore. I think everybody at some point was swept up in the tide of, ooh, the exhilaration. Ooh, the sense of freedom. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And now it's like somebody has separated their self or has been forced to separate themselves from a particular dynamic because they may feel like they're working alone in a situation. I'm going to leave that there. We'll come back to that. There is little emotional connection. I'm going to say if there ever was, because everything is earthbound. There's, until these last three cards showed themselves, there was no water energy. How do you have a relationship with no water? You got to nurture it somewhere. And I feel like somebody is trying to renew themselves. You could be dealing with a water sign, doesn't have to be. Someone remaining hopeful. I'm going to say this is, again, very specific, not for everybody. If you're with somebody and you've been with them for a while, and you have somehow come in contact with an ex of theirs, you could be meeting this ex and having a very specific conversation about things that are taking place, and coming to find out that this is the run of the mill with this person. But there's also, for some of you, I feel like there's a hope, Spirit, on a falsified belief that you can change this person. I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. What is this moon? Oh, Spirit. No, you're learning different parts of somebody that, again, you may have thought they would show up differently, would be different, and they're not. They're not who you thought they were. So if you've seen somebody as weak and deep, you may see that they are stronger than anybody you knew. Maybe you thought that person was extremely loyal, dedicated, and faithful, and you're finding out they're the biggest cheat that's ever existed. It's like whatever you thought, now we're starting to see the opposite of that. There could have been, I'm actually gonna, what's behind that bridge? Spirit saying it shouldn't take illness and recovery for someone to show up to. There's something about that, and I don't know what that means. What is this hospital about, Spirit? This could have been a new birth, a memory that came together, and now now it's coming to an end. It's weird. It's like going through 15 phases of life in like 16 months, Libra. It changes really quickly. There's a lot of sudden change here that someone is having via a conversation with somebody else. That's probably gonna, that conversation isn't dictating necessarily, but it's opening up a viewpoint, whether you or Crosswatcher needs to hear it from somebody else, like it or not. How long are you going to do this for? Because at this point, it's become a performance. At this point, it's become all for show. At this point, it is tirelessly working towards something and getting very little in return. At this point, what is the point? Okay? Now, this message and this structure. I also feel like, Libra, if you are the one receiving this communication firsthand from another person, a third party, someone outside of the situation, it kind of, I think logically it makes sense. Emotionally, you're trying to keep things suppressed. So you could call it not wanting to see something for what it is, a sense of denial, again, wanting to be hopeful that this is going to be okay. We can, you know, I don't know. It's like a structure of a foundation. It's starting to crack. We'll just stick a rock in there, and hopefully that'll hold it up for another 5 years. It's a Band-Aid, right? It's a Band-Aid. This is destined. This is fated. It is meant to be. It is divine intervention. It is divine timing. It is divine, divine motive. Like, they had to set it up this way so you could see that, like, no matter where you go or where this person goes, there's conflict. Or they're conflictual about things. There's also an internal struggle with this person. And this is meant to catapult you both forward into something else. Some it's going to be for healing. There comes that Eight of Swords again. Some of you it's going to be for healing. Some of you it's going to be because somebody hasn't elevated either, one way or the other. There comes, fucking knew it. The Tower, the Moon coming out sideways, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups. Talk about structures. Aries, Scorpio energy, Cancerian energy here, Taurus, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn also. Somebody's saying something. Somebody's going to do something here. And somebody else is just putting their foot down and going, I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to know. I don't want to hear it. I think this whole, like, I don't want to. Somebody has to wake up here in this situation. And it's like, I also feel like somebody's trying to water down how the Tower happens. I do think that it's like one side of this situation, Libra, is very caring. Trying to be optimistic that things can be at least decent, no matter what the outcome might be. There is another side of this that somebody just brings so much baggage in. Like, it's like they got caught up in a tailspin, a whirlwind, if you will, in the middle of your relationship that created some kind of trauma bond for them. You may not be attached to that trauma bond in the sense that you were working or creating from that place, but they were, and by your way of attachment to this person, this life started to incorporate some sort of trauma bond. You both have wounds. I think someone is elevating. Someone has zero, and I mean zero, desire to change. Four of Cups, just going to sit up under, oh my God, Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Someone in the Chariot. Someone here absolutely refusing to begin something new. I'm going to pump the brakes, and we're just going to stay right where we've always been, and this is the way that it's going to be. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Clarify this, Spirit. Home and hospital again. Someone here could be mentally sick, is how I feel about this. Somebody could be experiencing some sort of illness. Somebody could have recently left a care facility of some sort, hospital, rehabilitation, whatever. I said back there, somebody could be drinking, Spirit overindulging in lots of things. Somebody could be giving somebody an ultimatum. It's time to get help, and if not, then I'm out. Like, the only way to fix this is if you do what you should do to make this right. But again, frame view, somebody is likely to get divorce papers for the holidays. Damn. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I will not do that. I feel like somebody else could be sending a package in hopes that it will smooth things over. I don't think it's going to. The letters C, I, M, T, E, and S could be important. C, I, M, T, E, and S again. Spirit saying you didn't expect this or see this coming. Oh. I almost said, oh, Taurus. I really could very well be dealing with a Taurus. What is this home about? Seduction, key on a ring, so having lots of options, unconventional, addiction. Somebody's dealing with some sort of, this could be karmic, to be honest with you, right? Third party. Somebody is, I mean, okay. Attraction, teasing, hooking up and dating, third party, temptation, many options, unconventional, one night stand, string along, codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, emotional blocks. In a nutshell, everything I just said. This person is somebody who I think showed up in a way that was easier to deal with in the beginning. But as somebody is awakening after some serious concerns, so whether this is health, this is a loss, this is mental clarity coming in, it can't be, it's pivotal. You can't be ignored anymore. What is this hospital about? Pictures. There's files. This is going to be very specific. There's some kind of filing system too. So this could also be a change in wills, power of attorneys, emergency contact information as well. It shouldn't take an act of God for someone to change their behavior. I don't know why I want to say that to you, but with that Four of Cups sitting there with it, it's like, they're not going to anyhow. You could have somebody who is mentally, and you know, I'm not a doctor, right? I am not a doctor. I'm not a licensed professional in the way that the world expects us to be in order to say anything. So do your own research, talk to your own providers. Don't be stupid. But somebody that appears to me, right, the way that I have been witness to, seems to deal with some kind of mental ailment. And every time, you know, Susan, you go to leave him, he's dying, he broke his foot, his wrist is cracked, he's got gastric ulcers again, he's sick, he can't help himself, whatever. It's only a ploy. So you turn around and cater to them. Not your fucking job. You see that? It's nothing but a ploy to keep you involved. You know, it's one thing, if you're an empath and you're here and you're watching this, you probably are, right? Like, you're evolved to some degree, or you're starting to understand it. So, when you're an empathetic person and people play on your heartstrings, You're like, oh, that person, they need me, and you turn around and look at them and you're like, well, I could do this for that person. I could try that. I could give a little bit. You're already giving something. You're already giving something to this person by simply talking to them. You see that? You're having a conversation with you. You're open to receive whatever they're giving to you. But why is it your responsibility to fix it? Were they interested in fixing the things that you were concerned about before when the passion left the house? It doesn't feel that way to me at all. So you need to ask yourself, can I be empathetic, there we go, with a healthy boundary for myself? Because this is somebody who just wants me to give, right? It's like, this gives me the impression of, in spirit, thank you, of somebody doing something wrong to you, all right? And then they get mad at you, flip the script, gaslighting, potentially narcissism, and they hold it back. It's like, I can't, they say something to you and you finally say, you know what? F you, Frank. Like, there you go. I've had all I can take of you today. And you say that to them, and that one thing you said, that one reaction they got out of you, is the thing that they're now over in a corner pouting about. I'm not talking to you. I'm not giving you anything. So now you, the empath, feels bad. And you're going to go in and try to fix this. What? Here, look, let me take care of this for you. Let me, here we go. Let me nurture you. Let me give you more of my energy. Let me come rushing in to save you. So I can give and you can take. That's been the whole dynamic with this person for as far back, Six of Cups, as far back as you could go. They learned how to manipulate a situation. And they see you in the beginning. And again, I'm going to say this. Do I think they started off malicious? No. I don't think they did. I think they had, I don't know that I'd call it the best of intentions. But they didn't show up with a mask that it's like they had some sort of feeling, I guess, best way to put it. They had some sort of feeling initially. But somewhere in the midst of that, the toxic shit that has been unhealed, right? It always comes back around if we don't fix it, has now come to the surface. And it's really unpleasant. And it's really, really unhealthy. You can't ignore this. And I do think that other people have seen it. Other people have heard it, or you have told somebody about an experience that you've had with this person. So now they too have formulated an opinion and said, hey, Amy, if he would have talked to me that way, this is what I would have said to him. Or, hey, Dave, I was out with this other half of mine last night and she did X, Y, and Z. And Dave says, hey, this is what I would do, man. Do you think that's okay? Would you do her like that? Somebody's got a perspective on this. And you probably should pay attention to that. Don't make your decisions based off of me or other people. But the one thing I personally have always done, and I think that it's wise to do, take the information from all around you, right? It's no different than researching something for your own benefit, right? Maybe what vitamin is good for hormonal imbalance. And you go and you seek all this information, and every article you read has maybe that one key point that, that particular herb is great for that, but then they've all got like all these extras and they're all different. So you get to kind of go through and go, okay, what is best for me based upon me and the information I obtained? Go get other thoughts and opinions and ideas, but then draw your own conclusion, Libra or cross watcher. Because this shit, signed, sealed, delivered. Like, what you've got is what you've got. This is not going to change. This person is not going to change. They're not going to live differently one day. They've shown you who they are. Believe them. Okay? Golly. Libra. I guess you're going to end your South Node journey on a bang from the looks of it here. All right, advice. And we're going to close this out because this is a really, really long reading that I did not intend to be that long, but I'm also not going to leave y'all hanging either. Advice for Libra. Catalyst in the reverse. So somebody here is trying to hang on to this motivation. Like, the goal, always, short-term sacrifices for long-term gain. This person is, I'll put in just enough work to keep you hanging on. Catalyst in the reverse coming out. The 9s to me are always independent. When that 9 comes out like that in the reverse, that's a 6. And that takes us back to the past. They're trying to keep you in the past to pull you back from moving forward. Why? Because mentally they are not strong. Without you, they are not strong. They realize, the one thing that they do realize is to sacrifice letting you go means they also lose a sense of who they've become through your relationship with that person. But you're going to have to be the one to bring this to an end and sacrifice and drop the pride and the ego, because we can't keep up appearances anymore. You got to trust in your intuition, trust in the decisions that you're making that are going to free you so you can move into your destiny. I'm going to tell you, I feel like there is a Taurus, I'm going to say female because it feels like a female energy, not just a feminine energy, a female energy, who is probably cross-watching. Or you could have a rising in Libra. And you need to connect with people who are going to have your back. Go. There's that Taurus energy. Go. What are you waiting for? If you want unity for healthy reasons, it will not be in this. That I can promise you. And I will not make a promise I cannot keep. So, big deal. Libra, something needs to change, and something needs to change now, because ultimately, I think by the end of the year, you are looking at a massive tower moment. And I think with that 8 of Swords, the moon coming out sideways in that tower, you know it's a matter of time before this shit hits the fan. Your choice when you want to do what you want to do, but this is coming. Be prepared. All right. I hope this helped. Gosh, do I hope so. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads, again, are open and available. That information is found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. And channel memberships are open. I'm sending you all a ton of love. Take care of yourselves. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.